Have you ever felt like punching somebody in the face? It's okay, we're all human. There are so many times in life we are provoked. Has your boss ever had a bad day and took it out on you? Or maybe you work in customer service and no matter what you say, they won't stop putting you down or yelling at you? It kinda sucks, right? I feel like some people are just miserable, and it's their life purpose to try and bring people down. The tough reality is, you don't choose who comes in your life and tries to rain on your parade. But the good news is, there is something we can do about it. How to Keep People from Pushing Your Buttons is a book on cognitive behavioral techniques, or CBT, that helps readers control their minds and state. Albert Ellis presents the ABC model as a technique to control one's emotional state, to prevent nasty people and situations from upsetting our mood. Let's get started. The 4 screwball feelings you need to handle: excessive anxiety, excessive anger and defensiveness, excessive expression and burnout, and excessive guilt. When you experience one of these feelings, you will not handle the situation as effectively as you could, and you will probably upset yourself. And of course, let someone or something push your buttons. A little warning here is, don't necessarily trust what people say. Don't 100% trust what other people's opinions are on your behavior. When people drop that, calm down, or, oh, you're just overreacting. I mean, yeah, sometimes they are right, but sometimes they are just using dark psychology to manipulate you. Let's continue. So now let's talk the ABC of button pushing. The first one, activating events. The thing that happens that triggers you, whether it's specific people, events, or a series of events that can push our buttons. They can even be positive events too, sometimes like wedding or job opportunities. The B, standing for beliefs and thoughts. There are 4 main ways we think about a situation and events. In red, the bad ones, and in green, the one you should use. Catastrophizing and awfulizing. You make things a bigger deal than they actually are. Starting things like what-if scenarios, when our answers only deal with the worst-case scenarios. It can also start with stock phrases like, I hate, or I can't stand it when. Next we have shoulding, I must, I have to, I should. Comparing yourself to others is a form of shoulding, and they all put negative pressure on you that makes you feel bad. Next we have rationalizing. This sounds like, who cares? And so? Or, it doesn't bother me. They are underreactions and poor attempts to deny or play down what's happening and how we truly feel. Some rationalizations are cover-ups for our pain, fears, or for our sour grapes. We try to con both the people around us and ourselves, and we rationalize to avoid dealing with our button pushers. And finally, realistic preferences. This sounds like I want, I'd like, I'd prefer, and it would be better if. They all have an overt or implied but in it, such as, if the person or the situation doesn't turn the way you want, you'll still be okay with it. So if these concepts are a little bit confusing, I'll use what I think is the best example. So let's say you wanted to ask a girl out on a date and she says, date you? No thank you. So someone catastrophizing would say something like, what if I never find a girl who loves me? I hate that I can never pick up a girl. Or, I can't stand it when I put my heart on the line and get embarrassed. Shoulding would be like, I must make more money, then she'd like me. I have to start working out, I'm pathetic. I should try to be more like Jack, he's so manly. Rationalizing sounds like, oh okay, well, I was just kidding. Or, oh it's fine, I knew you weren't gonna say yes anyways. Or something like, oh okay, it's cool, it doesn't bother me. And finally, the realistic approach which I recommend sounds like, I'd like to take her out on a date, but she doesn't have to. And then we add, it won't kill me if she doesn't. I can still handle things solo. Consequences represent 2 things, feelings and behaviors in a specific situation occurring at point A. Keep this in mind, it's feelings and beliefs that cause behaviors, not events. So let's say you had a fight with your girlfriend. In reflecting on what happened, especially if you're still angry, you might recall that you said some pretty nasty things. Well, she started it, or she made me so mad. What you would be saying that by his or her behavior, aka the activating event, caused you to act the way you did at point C. But that would not be completely accurate. You also contributed by what you were thinking about him or her at point B. That means it is not what is actually verifiably true at point A that counts. It's what you think about at point B that will largely determine how you wind up feeling and acting at point C. And we hear this a lot in books where we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react. and in doing so, controlling the final outcome. So put this daily practice to improve your life. Practicing ABC daily will help you control and direct your minds and thoughts. If you got value from this video, please like it. If you have any interesting comments, comment down below. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you did feel like supporting this channel in a huge way, there is a link down below to buy me a coffee, which I would love because that's the fuel I use for these late night videos till 4 a.m. working on content for you. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's continue to move in silence.